All right. Hi, everybody. I wanted to just do, this is a video about like when we go try to help someone out, right? And it ends up just draining us. And I just want to teach about that dynamic. Just like really, just straightforward, not talking like a psychologist. I'm a psychologist in my day job. My name's Dr. Cheryl Meier. Sometimes I say that I help people navigate their spiritual awakening, and all of life is a spiritual awakening. But right now, this is a dynamic that was playing out, and I want to describe it. I didn't think ahead of how I was going to describe it to you guys. I don't like, just changing things around. I like just telling you how it is. But if I did, you might not understand. So let me just tell it to you this way, okay? So the song, because I often get a song and it helps me describe the dynamics that are going on. And so I was hearing the Beach Boys song in my mind. It goes, help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda, help me, Rhonda, yeah, get her out of my heart. Oh, I just took my necklaces off, right? I have a big heart necklace, right? And so it's like, you don't have to be a Rhonda. You don't have to be a girl to be doing this. I'm sure guys do this their own ways, but I'll just talk from a girl perspective, right? When there's a guy that's been through a kind of heartbreak or something, and let's just say you're single, all right? Let's say you have brown hair. It's your birthday tomorrow. No, anyway. No, I'm not just saying it for me. I'm only sharing this so you guys can all know how to break this cycle, right? Because I don't want you stuck in it. Because it's so painful. I was crying so hard about this. And so let's say someone that you care about comes to you. Not just care about. Let's say it's someone that you just love. You just love. I don't even know if you have to define it more than that. Yes, you would date them, but this is getting specific. It doesn't have to be like someone you date. Because this can be friends that come and drain you, okay? But it's like this dynamic where person comes to you and you are all like, oh, finally, it's my turn, and I'm not saying at all to be desperate. It's not like that. It's so weird because it's not a desperate thing, it's like anyway. And so it's like this person that you just love so much is coming around and you're like, I'm just going to love on this person because I just love them. And you help them like get their confidence back up and know how much their worth is because you love them unconditionally, right? And so you just pour yourself out. And then you're like, wait, where did the person go? They just got all this confidence to go date somebody else and leave you in the dust again and again and again. And, this might be, there's a woman called the Crappy Childhood Fairy, and she talks about a thing called limerence. And limerence is when you keep, thinking that somebody likes you and they really don't. And it's sad. It's really sad. I'm not laughing about it. I have to laugh just because, there's another song that's like, sometimes I laugh to keep from crying. So much going on, people. Anyway, I won't say the rest of that lyrics, but anyway. If I could turn back time to the good old days when my mama sang us to sleep when we were stressed out. Oh, that's such a good song. It's kind of like that. It's like it's not just like that, but it's saying like, going back to a place where you're not stressed out. Where you're at peace. Now I'll tie this together so we understand, because I have my notebook up there and I literally, I think I wrote like 15 pages perhaps just on this dynamic yesterday because I just sat in my bed and watched videos. I mean, I prayed and I watched videos that completely addressed it exactly. But it's basically like, start asking yourself, if you're recognizing any part of this is like how you operate, then start asking yourself, get your journal, get a piece of paper out, get a pen, and start asking, why do I have to find somebody that's broken? That's what I was started asking myself. That's what I am going to link this one video. There's this one video, and I'll remember because there's this one video, and I was just like, wow, this video is like getting a master's in psychology. It was a 25-minute video, and I watched it like 2 times speed. So I watch a lot where they're just talking really fast, but I might have watched at 1.75 speed. Regardless, it's like getting 2 years of graduate school. So like after college, if you could understand what they're talking. And it's these people, and they teach, it's David James Leese, and I think his wife's name is Alex. I think it's his wife. They teach this wu-wei wisdom. Now, it's not out there weird. The only thing I do disagree with is they keep saying all of it is yourself and building up yourself. And I have a tendency to understand things differently. Like, we come from divine love. We come from God. And when you're aligned with God, then it's like you're plugged back into the source from which we came. And it's not about you building yourself up. But regardless, I won't go into all of that. I'm just saying I don't agree with all of what they say, but they were so good about pointing out, ask yourself, why do I have to find someone that's broken, that won't stand on his own 2 feet and pursue me, let's say, and ask me out and say, I want to date you and I love you and I think you're great. I mean, I've had that before in my past, and I could have that in different ways, but it's different. It's different. All I'm saying is, like, when there's this pattern of someone coming back to me and getting all his energy and then going off and leaving again, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I mean, it just, and so that's why I was just like, I'm just going to sit on the floor and be completely honest, so that you can then, okay, so if you ask yourself and write down, why do I have to find someone that's not available for me? Oh, look, that's a repetition of my childhood. That's a repetition of what I experienced with my own parents, And so it's like, but the other part of that is like, I'm like, oh, why am I saying this? But I really want you to be free. I'm not, I don't care. I don't care if people judge me, because if it's going to help you be free, and make sure to comment if it's helping you be free, because this is really, really honest for me to talk about this dynamic in this specific way. And I don't know if it's the best idea, but whatever. All right. You can ask yourself, what is it about it that I have to find someone broken? Quote, broken. And I was looking at like, oh, well, look, I'm used to being a psychologist and people pay me for the skills that I have. That's great, because I had to pay for my graduate school, all my training, all my own therapy, all this stuff, but it's like, if I don't know my real worth and I get caught up in this thing of thinking, if I can help people and fix people, then I'm useful, then I'm not worth ejecting. I felt like a mistake a lot in my childhood, just like it was bad that I was born, That's the feeling that I got from my parents. And I know my mom didn't mean to give that to me. And I think my dad probably just felt that about himself, perhaps, and pushed it down. I don't know. That's his business. But all I'm saying is, I don't know for sure how I got it, but it was like I would call, it used to be 411 for information, and I'd be like, I'm sorry, can I have the number for blah, blah, blah? And I would apologize. And I've thought about that a lot. It was like apologizing for existing. You know, you're not allowed to exist. And so if I found this way where I could be useful, if I'm useful for someone, then maybe they'll stick around. Maybe they'll love me. But guess what? if and this isn't real love, you know, because if you're useful by fixing them all the time, then they always have to be broken. And who wants to date someone that's broken all the time? And who wants to date someone that's fixing them all the time? This is not the dynamics of a real good and healthy relationship. It's not. And so I mean, it was so good. I thought I'd never be happy again, but it was so good. Crying actually releases all these toxins and helps you have good endorphins and stuff like that. Someone was just talking to me about, we were at this fire pit tonight talking with a bunch of people. Well, there were only 3 of us, but there were a few more people before that. But anyway, you see how that dynamic doesn't work? That help me, Rhonda. Help get her out of my heart. Get someone else. Help me heal from this heartbreak so I can just feel really confident by how you filled me all up with your love, and then I just drained you and showed you what you thought in childhood again. That old lie that you had taken in from childhood, that you're not worth sticking around for, that I'm going to choose someone else and not you. And it's just like, you know, they say you change things when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Because your resistance is not there anymore. Because you're like, what do I have to lose? I can't keep staying in this misery. All right, that came up with an Elliott song, but I wish you guys so much love. I'm going to end this now, and I'll talk about it more later.